We've all been there, staring at a to-do list that seems impossible to conquer, feeling completely drained of motivation. But what if I told you that the key to unlocking your drive isn't doing more, it's doing less? Here's a shocking fact. Studies show that our brains can only focus on 4-7 things at once before we start losing productivity. But most people try to juggle 20 or 30 tasks at once, which only leads to stress and burnout. In fact, research from the University of California shows that multitasking can reduce productivity by a massive 40%. So, why does it feel like motivation is so hard to find? It's because we're overwhelmed. We're overcomplicating things. But what if simplifying your life could actually boost your motivation? In this video, we'll dive into simple minimalist strategies that will change the way you approach your goals. From decluttering your mind to setting better boundaries, you'll discover how doing less can help you achieve more. Stay tuned, because this might just be the motivation boost you've been looking for. Chapter 1. The Power of Less. Why minimalism is your secret motivation tool. It's easy to believe that motivation comes from doing more. The truth? Motivation often thrives when we do less. Studies show that our brains work better when we eliminate distractions and excess. When we surround ourselves with clutter, whether physical or mental, it drains our energy. A clean, organized space not only reduces stress but also boosts productivity. In fact, a study from the Princeton Neuroscience Institute found that physical clutter in your environment competes for your attention and decreases your brain's ability to focus. When you simplify, you free up mental space, allowing you to concentrate on what truly matters. Minimalism isn't about depriving yourself. It's about making room for what adds value to your life. So, if you're feeling stuck, try decluttering a space in your home or work area. You might be surprised how much lighter and more motivated you feel afterward. Chapter 2. Declutter your mind. 3 simple mental practices to regain focus. Your mind can get cluttered just like your desk. Mental clutter, those racing thoughts and constant distractions, drain your motivation without you even realizing it. One simple way to clear your mind is through journaling. According to a study published in Psychological Science, writing down your thoughts can reduce mental clutter and increase focus. Another helpful practice is mindfulness. A few minutes of deep breathing can quiet the constant noise in your head. Research by Harvard University shows that mindfulness meditation can actually rewire your brain, increasing your ability to focus and boosting productivity. Lastly, don't forget about the power of saying no. Every time you agree to something that doesn't serve your purpose, you pile on more mental clutter. Set boundaries and protect your mental space. You'll find that once your mind is clearer, motivation follows naturally. Chapter 3. The One Thing Rule. How focusing on just one task ignites motivation. When motivation feels low, it's easy to get overwhelmed by all the things you think you need to do. The trick is focusing on just one task at a time. This is where the One Thing Rule comes in, made famous by Gary Keller in his book The One Thing. He argues that focusing on the most important task, the one that will make everything else easier, is the key to achieving more. According to Keller, multitasking actually makes us less efficient. Research by the University of California found that multitasking can reduce productivity by up to 40%. When we try to do too much at once, our brains have to switch gears constantly, which wastes time and energy. Instead, choose one task, break it down into smaller steps, and give it your full attention. By focusing on the one thing, you'll not only accomplish more, but you'll feel a surge of motivation as you check things off your list. Before we continue with the next chapters, don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more practical tips on how to simplify your life and boost your motivation. You don't want to miss out. Chapter 4. The Art of Letting Go. How saying no fuels motivation. It's hard to stay motivated when you're constantly stretched thin. We often think we need to take on everything to be successful, but in reality, saying no can be one of the most powerful tools for boosting motivation. When we overcommit, we spread ourselves too thin, and that can drain our energy. In his book Essentialism, The Disciplined Pursuit of Less, Greg McKeown explains how focusing on fewer, more meaningful tasks leads to greater results. A study published in Harvard Business Review found that people who set clear boundaries and said no to non-essential tasks reported higher job satisfaction and were more motivated. When you say no to distractions, you're making room for what truly matters, whether that's focusing on your goals or simply taking care of yourself. So, the next time you're asked to take on something that doesn't align with your priorities, remember, saying no is saying yes to your motivation. Chapter 5. Create a sanctuary. How minimalist spaces unlock creativity. Your environment has a huge impact on your motivation. If your space is cluttered or disorganized, it can lead to mental fatigue and a lack of focus. According to a study by the Journal of Environmental Psychology, people who work in clean, minimalist environments are more productive and creative. When your surroundings are free of distractions, it's easier to think clearly and get things done. A minimalist space doesn't mean you need to strip everything down to bare walls. It's about creating an environment that promotes peace and focus. Start with your workspace. Choose only the items that help you stay focused or inspired. Keep things clean and organized, and you'll find that your motivation increases because your space now supports your goals, not detracts from them. Chapter 6. Minimalist routines. The simple habit that will make motivation stick when motivation is low. Sometimes the best thing you can do is simplify your routine. A minimalist approach to daily habits can help you create a rhythm that makes staying motivated effortless. Charles Duhigg, in his book The Power of Habit, explains how habits shape our lives. The key is not to overwhelm yourself with complex routines, but to build small, sustainable habits that align with your goals. For example, instead of committing to a 2-hour workout, start with a 10-minute morning stretch. The idea is to build consistency over time. Studies have shown that small, incremental changes lead to lasting results. Over time, these small habits will compound, and before you know it, you'll be motivated not by grandiose goals, but by simple, daily actions that drive you forward. If you found these strategies helpful, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more tips on simplifying your life and staying motivated. Your future self will thank you. Final thoughts. Motivation doesn't always come from external sources, it comes from how we choose to structure our lives. By embracing minimalist strategies, you can eliminate the clutter and distractions that drain your energy. Whether it's decluttering your mind, focusing on one task at a time, or creating a space that supports your goals, simplicity can be the key to unlocking lasting motivation. So, if you're feeling stuck, try doing less and watch your motivation grow.